Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, August 7th to Monday, August 14th. All right, now this weekly horoscope is going to be a little bit different than I normally do them. That's because I actually gave you this week's horoscope last week. All right, the reason why I did that is because there really wasn't too much going on last week that I thought was interesting or significant or major or inspiring, so I didn't really talk about that. On top of that, we have this lunar eclipse that is building up and will happen on Monday of this week. That is like huge. It's like a big deal. It only happens twice a year, brings major endings and beginnings in your life and redirections, and I really wanted to focus on that and give you a vision of the future so that you can see where your life is going. So that's why I did that. On top of that, I'm just really excited about the eclipses that are coming. They're going to be good news for Geminis. I think they're going to be very good as well. I'm a Gemini. I've got like, how many planets? I've got 4 planets in Gemini and Chiron, so I'm very Gemini, and I'm very looking forward to this full moon because I think it's going to be really good for us. All right, so that's what's going on there. That's fine and all, but it makes this horoscope a little weird because I don't want to talk about the same things that I talked about last week. All right, but I also don't want to not talk about this week either, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about last week, some things I missed. I'm gonna talk about this week, go back and forth, give you a little bit of a bigger perspective. All right, so that's what's going on there. Let's dive in. All right, Gemini, here is your chart. What's going on? Well, what happened last week for you is we had Pluto here in a square with Jupiter, all right? And Pluto for you was in your 8th house of changes, of some endings and beginnings that have been going on. And we've got Jupiter here for you in your 5th house of happiness. All right, so I think what's happening is that your life's been changing in a very big way. You've been ending things, beginning things, moving things around, trying to just have the life more of what it is that you really, really want. I think it's been taking you a lot of changes to do that. There could also be some big financial investments that you're making and a lot of changes in your partnerships, people that you're really intimate with, that you share resources with too. And I think you're trying to figure out how to take all of these changes in life and these endings and beginnings that you've been making to really make yourself more happy and to be happier and to be more carefree and lighthearted and bring more joy into your life. And I think that's what you were thinking about a lot last week. On top of that, we had Uranus here go retrograde in your 11th house of goals and of groups of people as well. So I think in the past, or recently, the past few months, maybe it's been hard for you to really reach your goals, to reach your dreams, to do some of the things that you wanted, to associate with some of the groups of people that you wanted to associate with. Maybe you were kind of having progress, but then unexpected things came up and it got a little crazy and it wasn't working there. And I think last week you really started to think, okay, this is enough. Like, I need to make progress on my dreams. I need to move forward. I need to have the life that I want, and I need to work with the right people. And I think you started to try to take more initiative to move forward, to make some of these things happen for you that maybe weren't happening before. Okay, I think it's still going to take some patience, but I think we're starting to turn things on a little bit. All right, so that was going on. On top of that, we also had Venus here move into your 2nd house of money and of confidence and of your gifts and talents. Really awesome, making you focus as well on your income, how you can earn more money to make you more comfortable, how you can use your gifts and talents in the world, okay, to feel more unique and to feel more special and to build more stability into your life too, okay? So that was a bunch of stuff that you were thinking about that was going on. Now, this week, when we come into this week, we've got the full moon lunar eclipse happening, and that for you is going to be here in your 9th house of something new, okay, in your 3rd house of like town, of something familiar, of communication. And I think what you're gonna have to do at the beginning of this week, I think there's been a lot of focus maybe for you on something new, adventurous you've been doing, and maybe you've been traveling or have traveled or been studying or learning something new. And I think what's going on at this eclipse on Monday is you're gonna have to learn how to stop doing that, how to stop doing something new so that you can focus more on your community, on the people that are around you in your immediate environment, on things that are familiar to you, and communicate. And now after you've had this time of travel and expansion and things like that, not that you can't travel and study and learn and expand and do new things after this, but that hopefully you've done enough of that already, that you've done everything you wanted to do to travel and to expand. Now that you need to stop that, okay, and you need to focus more on things in your community, a little bit closer to home, on things like that, okay? And I think that's what's going on. And I think once you accept that, you got to focus here on things that are familiar to you and not so much things that are out there. It's going to be a lot easier for you to build more happiness into your life, okay? Especially when it comes to your community, to feel happier about yourself and who you are, and to have the relationships with people around town that are important for you, that you think can really just help you move in the right direction and make you feel better, okay? I think that is what is going on there. I think that's also gonna After you do that, I think it's also going to open up some opportunities for you to begin to communicate more about your home life, and about how you can build more stability at home, how you can bring more money at home, use your money perhaps to finance a home in some way, or how you can use more of your gifts and talents to create more stability in your life as well, okay? I think you're thinking about a lot of that stuff, wanting to communicate about that to just be more confident and use your finances and your resources and your gifts and talents in a better way, okay? You're not going to be done though communicating and thinking about this stuff, because Mercury here is going to go retrograde, so you still have to do a little bit more serious thinking about your home life, about bringing stability into your life, in what way, what kind of stuff you want to do there, and especially how you can do it with people around town, and how you can make sense of it yourself and get right with kind of your mind and where things are going there. So I think you still got some stuff that you're going to have to work out, even though you are moving forward in a much better direction, okay? So that's what I see going on there. It may also require you to think very differently about your community and how you are able to do what it is that you really, really want with the people that are around you every day, with the people that you interact with just things that you're familiar with, and having to work some of that stuff out, okay? So that is what I see for you. Now your card for the week, actually a really good one, 10 of Pentacles upright. This to me is a card of completion, major completion, of reaching the end of something, feeling really good, being able to look back at everything that you've accomplished and say, you know what, I did all right, I did a pretty good job, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, I can leave a legacy, I can move forward, and I can do something really, really good. And if not, I think the message here is, what can you do to feel proud of yourself, to feel accomplished in some way, and to make sure that you leave a legacy, leave something that can stand the test of time, and to just really push forward in that direction, and to do it in a really solid and stable way, okay? So I think that's the message for you this week. Thank you so much for watching your horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please share it, or please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.